I wonder how everyone is going to feel about that.
I think our most controversial take here was putting in. I think people are going to have really strong feelings about that.
Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Brinley. You can also call me Bryn, and I make reaction, review, and critique content here on the web. And today we have something very special. My friends from the Lovecast podcast are joining us to make a tier list of QL OSTs, okay? And I am so excited that they've agreed to do this. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let me explain kind of how we decided what songs we would include on this tier list, okay? So they came from you. I put out a poll about a month ago asking people to say what do they think are the best like QL OSTs. And if something was mentioned on this poll more than once, it was automatically added to the tier list. Now, me and my friends at the Lovecast podcast, we also added, I think each of us added 3 or 4 songs that we felt were missing as well. So that is where we pulled all of these songs from. Okay. So that's some context. By the way, if you participated in that poll, thank you so much for all of your suggestions. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please go subscribe to Lovecast Podcast on all of their socials and all of their respective socials. Okay. All right, without further ado, let's get into ranking QL OSTs. All right, so welcome back. I have some friends with me today, and I would love it if everybody could just take a moment to introduce themselves. Who wants to start?
I can start. I am Pixie from Lovecast BL podcast.
I am Alexa, another one of the hosts of Lovecast.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm part of Lovecast. I don't really know what else to say.
That's great.
That's it.
That about sums up what we said as well.
But before we get started, where can people find you?
So if you want all of our podcast stuff, our show stuff, we are at Lovecast Podcast on pretty much every platform. And then you can search Lovecast, the BL Podcast, Lovecast Podcast, Lovecast will come up on YouTube pretty much under all of those search options. So yeah, Lovecast Podcast on socials.
We're everywhere.
Perfect. Okay, so today, as we've already previously discussed, we are going to be ranking, OSTs that are mostly from BLs. We have one that's from a GL on here, and they were actually partially crowdsourced from Twitter. So we put out a Google Sheets thing, and the others were crowdsourced by us. So we all have some picks in here too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we are ready, we can get started. Okay, so I figured we can just go in order of what's down below. So I think our first would be technically then 5 centimeters from Tempo, which was in the crowdsourced. This one was listed a lot, and it kind of surprised me. Does anyone have any thoughts immediately about this?
Well, first of all, there's 2 OSTs from Tempo in here, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's interesting because William is also in here multiple times from OSTs for 2 different series. So I don't know if we're factoring that kind of stuff in.
We can.
I like 5 centimeters, but I don't think it's my favorite OST from Tempo. But I don't know.
I think it's a good song, but we need to mention how many S tiers we're making. We're only doing 3 OSTs on S tier. So I feel like this song is a really good ballad, and yes, it does fit the series really well. I don't think it feels disconnected, but I agree. I think there might be better OSTs that get S tier. In here.
Yeah, it's definitely not, for me, it's definitely not an S tier, but I think it's gonna be, I would see it somewhere higher on the list, but I definitely don't think it's one of our S tier picks.
Yeah. I'm for being like a show that's about music and idols, I'm kind of disappointed in the OST for Tempo.
Oh, tell me
I think
more.
like you put I mean, when you put idols in there and everything, like it's a story about it, you kind of feel like it should be really high quality stuff. And
Mm,
it just fell a little short for me considering the show.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that.
William is an incredible vocalist, obviously. Like that's undisputed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But I
100%.
think in terms of like the tempo OSTs and also like William as a vocalist in general, like this is not my favorite thing that I've heard from
Mm-hmm.
Tempo
Mm,
or from William. So
Mm-hmm.
like for me personally, I could put it somewhere in like B or C tier.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
was thinking that too. What about you, Kayla? Sorry.
I lean towards B or C because I mean, I love the ballad. I love his voice, but I just think there are stronger competitors here.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Let's
same.
go. I part of me's wanting to say C.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is everyone okay with C?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next up. Okay, next up we have one of my picks, which was a song from I Feel You Linger in the Air. I think the English title is Plumeria. I could be
Yeah.
wrong though.
Everything I Feel You Linger in the Air, I am so extremely familiar with. If you don't know the Lovecast lore, this is my favorite. Also one of Kayla's favorites, but like that's our show. Just to
This
put it
is
simply.
like this is the one show that we're me and Alexa and Kayla are on the different like sides of the spectrum because I never finished. I feel you linger in the air. I have
Really?
I have no idea about this song.
Um, okay. So I feel like I don't know. This one's one of my favorite ones because I feel like it's just so good at capturing like the melancholy of the series.
Mm,
Mm,
And
yeah.
because like with I Feel You Linger in the Air, it has that like very I mean, the title itself is such like a melancholy like call to sadness.
mhm,
And I feel like this if you listen to the song, it's very like reflective of that,
mhm.
in my opinion. Anyways, what do we have other thoughts?
I'll be straight up and say I don't have objective feelings about this song. Like I love this song so much. But I will say I think in terms of like theming and how it ties into the show, I think it has like an instrumental while still being modern, like ties into the historical element of the show. So like it fits kind of the modern audience while also like reflecting some of the historical tones. I think the symbolism of plumeria or the frangipani, which is like the symbol of the show pretty much. It's the title of the song. It's worked into the lyrics really well. And then like you said, I think it captures like the melancholy emotions of the show. Like some of the lyrics are like no matter what, my heart will always belong to you type of thing. So, yeah, I think in terms of OSTs, like this is a really strong one for me. I recognize that I have very strong feelings about it for a reason, but I also do think that it's just like a really good like series soundtrack in general.
All of that. I agree with all of that. But I wouldn't say I love the song. I like it. I think the production quality of that song is better than the tempo one that we have up there already. And I think the theming is a lot stronger, but I don't also really feel strongly about the song either.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. And I feel like production quality definitely part of it too. Um, where are we feeling? Where are we feeling? Because I could be convinced B. I could be convinced that. Although if it was just me by myself, I might rank it A, but I could be convinced B. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
What are
I
y'all
personally
thinking?
would say A, but if people really aren't feeling that, I guess I can concede with a B.
I feel like we're all too nice. Kidding.
This is okay. Well, this is very much like a preference thing,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Mm.
I don't think that I would rank any ballads higher than the upbeat songs.
Oh,
Very
That's amazing.
select few. Very select few.
I'm a ballad
Okay.
person, so I feel like I have the opposite feeling.
I'm okay with it. I would say so.
What about you, Pixie? Where are you
I
feeling?
have no arms in this race. I will trust you guys' judgment on this.
Okay.
Just vote.
Okay. Let's. I feel like we need to at least have like a ballad in A tier.
If
I like
we could
some.
only, yeah, if I had to choose a ballad to put in A tier, this would probably be at the top of my list as like from this selection of songs, the one I would want to put in there.
I feel
Although
yeah.
I do have stake in, I do enjoy some of these other ballads, but yeah.
Okay. Let's go with A. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
fine.
Okay. Cool. All right. Next is Free Fall from KinnPorsche. Any immediate
tier.
thought?
S tier.
Like, it's not like a personal 100% favorite of mine, but I know the impact this song had on the community, and people still talk about it to this day. And it's been a couple of years since. So, I mean, I agree with it being S tier.
Yeah, I feel like they put something into this song. I don't know if this happens to y'all when you listen to this. Whenever I listen to this song, I feel like endorphins running straight to my brain.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like you're driving on a highway and there's no other cars and you're just going like as fast as you can go. And there's no problems in the world. There's no bills. There's nothing. That's the vibe I get from this song too. So honestly, I might agree with S tier. I don't know. What do y'all think?
It's iconic. Like, yeah, I think there's a handful of songs on this list that I think are like have such like fandom. I don't know if notoriety is the right word, but are just like so well, like universally well loved throughout the fandom. And I definitely think this is one of them. This might be the one that I think no matter what your feelings are about KinnPorsche or anything about that show, like this song is like so iconic. I personally probably would not put it in S tier, but I can recognize like the impact of it and like agree that from an objective standpoint, it probably would be an S tier song.
Do we think it fits the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly listen to the English version. Because I really like the lyrics of the English version, of the idea of, I guess, like everything around us is falling apart. I still have you, and it's like there's something that even beyond romance, it feels very like action-packed, almost like it's a do or die, life or death situation, which relates to the series a lot.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're right. Because like the KinnPorsche as a series, like whether you like it or not, we all can admit it's a very intense, action-heavy, like adventure, right? So okay, I feel like we're all saying really positive things about this song.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are we thinking S tier?
I think we need to put it in S tier. Yeah. If anything is going to be there up there, it would be this.
Any objections?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Wow. Two left on S tier. Okay.
Oh, need to lock in now and be for real selective.
Our next song is I Trust You, which is one of the OSTs from The Next Prince.
Yeah, this was one of my selections. I don't know what it is about this song that something about the combination of, I guess, the music in this song, like the instrumental
Mm.
and Dao's voice, just like scratches an itch in my brain that it sounds so lovely to me. Um and I just really like it. Was one of the first like OSTs from the next Prince, so I think I associate it also like really heavily with the show and like the
Mm.
vibes of the show. I don't think that it would be like at the top of the list, but I do think like in terms of how it fits in with the themes we're looking at, how it ties in with the show, I
Mm.
think it's a pretty decent pick.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it has the same effect as the show with like the modern mixed in with like old royalty kind of thing um, in like a song, which is interesting. And it fits, like you said, the show really well.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, this one's really catchy. It's definitely not my favorite OST from the show, but it gets stuck at a lot. Uh, and I love Dao's voice. So I'm honestly leaning towards B or C, but closer to B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same. I think whoever composed this song, I think they did a really good job like utilizing his vocal range
Yeah,
because he has such a unique,
I love his voice.
yeah, he's like such a
Yeah,
belter. Honestly, I'm feeling B.
I think I am
I
too.
like B.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. We're actually, we haven't argued yet.
Yeah.
This is something. Now, Pixie was saying this recently because we did like something kind of similar to this. We were playing a game. Um,
Mhm.
we've been like doing our podcast for 5 years now, so I feel like we've kind of just learned like the art of compromise with each other.
Yeah.
If you had asked us to do this like 2 or 3 years ago, I feel like we would have
Oh,
like beefed a lot more over. But
really
I feel like at this point, like
dramatic.
we kind of know where like everyone's feelings sit on things, so like you kind of know like when to
Yeah.
be like, okay, I'll let them have this.
When we did our first March Madness a couple of years ago, that was a battlefield.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, we used to do like a March Madness tier list for like the best boys in BL, and like Heather would put it together and put like all of our favorites in it basically. So it was like
Up
truly
against each
like
other.
fighting
Mm-hmm.
fighting to select like the best BL boy. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, those
That
It
were
got
could get really
heated.
nasty.
It was.
yeah.
It got really heated.
Listen, there are strong opinions about who's the best, so I
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
it. Okay. Well, if people want to check that out, go over to Lovecast socials.
It's there somewhere in the archives.
Okay, our next song, I think it's called Just Friend question mark
Mm.
from
Yes.
Bad Buddy. What are our thoughts?
God, I love this song. It might be one of my favorite OSTs. I can already say the actual lyrics of the song really fit the series well too.
Mm.
Mhm.
Because you're like, what
Yeah,
are
I
we?
mean the title of the song really fits the series, and I
I
feel
think
like it's very GMMTV. It's very GMMTV.
Mm,
Nanon has a really like soft voice. I really like listening to him sing.
mhm.
he does, doesn't he?
It's
Yeah.
like velvety.
Yeah. I think I don't think like I think Bad Buddy OSTs as a whole are t- ones that are like still pretty iconic throughout the
Mm-hmm.
fandom. Like I don't think it maybe is Freefall iconic, but
Mm-hmm.
I even just saw like a TikTok the other day of like someone like Bad Buddy came on and they were like having a very visceral reaction to it, or Just Friend came on and they were having a very visceral reaction to it because I think especially with what happened afterwards, like Bad Buddy is like such a moment in time. So I feel like the songs that come with it have also become like such a moment in time and representative of that series. So I think the
Yeah.
fandom, like the BL fandom, has a lot of, I don't know if it's nostalgia is the right word because it's not
Mm.
that old of a series, but there is like a lot of like almost bittersweet
mean,
attachment to the OSTs,
considering
maybe.
that ship has
Mhm.
sunk a long time ago, I think it's fair to call it nostalgia.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I think it's like a pretty strong like fandom favorite, and like I agree with
Mhm.
Kayla that I mean the lyrics are so straightforward with how they connect to the show,
Mhm.
and like how they connect to the characters in the show and their relationship. So I do think it's an OST that really fits the show itself as well.
Mhm. I agree.
That's a good point. I
Mm.
I feel like it's even just listening to that brief segment we did, I feel like I'm back in it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
exactly.
So I definitely feel like it's good at bringing up the emotions one felt while watching that show and
hmm
remembering the experience of watching that show. So
hmm
Mhm.
I'd be willing to, I'd say A.
Yeah.
I was thinking A kind of.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. We're all in agreement. I feel like it's going to get nasty later.
I'm curious about what's gonna end up in D tier. Like I'm really curious about what's gonna end up in D
Maybe,
tier.
maybe we have a rule that we have to put one in D
At
tier.
least one.
Oh my.
You know, and listen, these are all songs and everybody has different preferences. So us putting something in C tier or D tier doesn't mean
Yeah,
it's a bad song.
No, this
Okay.
of
is like a
course.
tier of the absolute best. So, like, the
Truly.
Right.
bad ones aren't even here. Like, D tier isn't really D tier.
Right.
True.
That's like S tier of a different list.
As
You know
in
what I
general,
mean?
OSTs, yeah.
Okay, so next up, this one is very popular. Well, you will not believe how many times it was mentioned a lot in the like
Mhm.
form submissions.
Mm.
Last Twilight from Last Twilight.
hmm hmm And that's why when I was thinking about 5 centimeters earlier, I was like, we can't put 5 centimeters higher than Last Twilight. Like, Last Twilight as a song is just like vocally, like William shines in that song. Obviously, it's so connected to the series, and I have a lot of feelings about that series as a whole. But I think this song is such a good, what am I trying to say? Like such a good showing of the good of that series, if that makes sense. So at the very least for me, it's above 5 centimeters. I don't necessarily know that I would put it like an S tier, but I think from William, it's definitely like one of my favorite OSTs I've heard from him.
I agree. And like, yeah, I've spoken publicly about some of my issues with the ending of The Last Twilight.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, but this song is like they played to his strengths,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
that doesn't always happen. And so I really admire that they utilize like the thing. William has such a powerful voice, and I feel like he is one of the people who can sing this song and nobody else can do it the same. Or like
100%.
some people can, do their own version, but
Mhm.
he owns this song.
100%. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it also captures, I don't know, the very like sadness of that show too. So yeah, I feel like A or B, definitely higher than C. I agree though. Any other thoughts?
It's definitely his best song vocally. I agree with that. Like his voice is just like so it hits you. Um but okay, do we think that song is better than the I Feel You Linger in the Air song?
No. Oh, that was very immediate.
Immediately no.
Because
Immediately
we
no.
also have to look at like what we're comparing it to. Like we're saying,
True.
oh, it's better than this song, it's worse than this song.
Yeah. I could put it in B tier probably, and I would
Yeah.
be okay with that.
Yeah.
I
Although
agree.
Yeah.
if we were just ranking an entirely different list, it might be higher,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know?
100%.
Okay, so we all feel B.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're putting all the belters in B.
B for belting.
Okay, next up is one that I think has very similar fandom nostalgia to a different song. Let's Try from Only Friends. Immediate
Listen.
thoughts?
Mm.
This is a
I
good song.
love this song. I remember when OnlyFriends was airing, and I would listen to hell. I've never listened to an OST as much as I've listened to this, and it's just brought so much emotions. And they were doing something like that felt different, but it fits the show so well that it's just like I hear the beginning of that song and I instantly know it's that song.
The
I would-
opening riff.
That guitar riff is iconic. Yeah.
100%. I would say that this is an S tier song.
Okay, okay.
I would not agree with that.
Mm,
I don't know if I can give it S tier. I could give it A tier. I think it's a really good song. I like that GMMTV lets Cowtongue do like these really like cool kind of like rock inspired almost songs, because I think they're really interesting with his voice. And I do think like it is like when you hear that opening, you're like, oh, I know what we're getting into. Like I know what this song is gonna be. But I don't know if it's at the same level as Free Fall. Like I don't know if I would put it up there with Free Fall in terms of like S tier iconic level OST.
I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean. It's definitely, this song is also like a visceral reaction whenever I hear it. I feel like A. I don't think we can put it, I would argue that it doesn't fit in B tier.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think it's a B tier. I can see it in A.
mm. Yeah. This one for me is along the same lines as Just Friend,
Mm.
where I think it has that nostalgia element and it's a really good song. Like, I love the song, but I don't think it's S tier.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's S.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's Pixie's personal S tier, but
Pixie, I'm
I
sorry.
will bow to the consensus here,
We
but
all have
I respectfully disagree.
I feel like we all have our personal S tier, and then we have the tier list.
collective
Okay.
S tier.
So are we okay with A?
Yeah, I can put it in A.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
All right. Next up is Mantra, which is actually the newest song. No, wait. Yeah, it's the newest song on here, which is from Khemjira. This one was my pick. I like ballads. It's my problem.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm a ballad person for sure. Oh, I really like this song. I don't know if it's recency bias though. I really like this song. I really love Kang's voice.
Mm.
I think I don't know if it's my favorite OST from Khemjira, because I think there are a lot of OSTs from the show that like really like tie into like the spiritual and kind of like Thai cultural themes of the show that we've seen throughout it. But I think Kang has such a pretty voice. A lot of people said he sounds like Jeff Satter a lot in some ways, and I hear it a little bit in this song. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I would. It's a good OST. I really like it a lot. Like I don't think it's C or D tier, but I'm not sure where I would throw it.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm biased because it's a ballad and I love it. This is my bias. I don't know. Something about it's because he belts, I guess. I'm just biased. But I think he has a really gorgeous voice and they played to his strengths.
Mhm.
You know, I gotta give him that. Recently in their OSTs, they've been playing to like the vocalist strengths for each song, and I think that's really important because they also then ask these folks to sing them live. So I'm glad they're playing to that. But I don't know. I think it's a really powerful song. I like it more than I like 5 centimeters, to be honest.
Same.
I agree.
And I like it personally more than the last Twilight song. If I'm picking a ballad, I'm picking this one. But I'm biased, remember? This is my let's try.
I feel like it's because since we're watching the show right now and it's such a good show and everything, like the song kind of hits more freshly. I don't know how I'll feel about it in a year.
Yeah.
But right now, I think like I agree. Like it's a power ballad. It is very impactful. It's very strong. It fits like the vibe of the show. So yeah.
So, okay, are we like we're obviously ranking the tiers. Are we ranking them within the tiers too? Like, could we put it in B
Oh,
tier ahead of Last Twilight? Or do you just want to do it general, like
I feel like
no
that's getting
ranking
really
within the
into the
tier?
weeds.
Yeah. Yeah. I know some people do that when they do their tier list, so I didn't know if that's the vibe we were going for. But
If we're interested in doing that, we can. But then I would feel like we should probably
we
revisit
would
where
have to
we feel
rearrange
about
some
the
stuff.
other.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What are we thinking? I feel like we're leaning towards definitely not C or D.
Mm-mm.
I would not argue that this would be an S compared to other things that are coming. So I would be fine with A or B.
B.
Mm,
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm thinking B too.
Okay.
yeah, I think
We
that's
can
where I
add
lean
it.
as well.
Well, wonderful. Okay. Next up is More Than Words from Us, the series. So,
First of all, I love Emmy's voice. I think her voice is so pretty and light and airy. I think the song went pretty viral. Like, I think it kind of hit the TikTok audio and kind of popped off from there and it went pretty viral. So I think the audience, excuse me, received the song really well. And I think in terms of like GL OSTs, like I don't know that we've ever seen a GL from an OST hit the mainstream the same way More Than Words did. So I don't think we can put it towards the bottom of the list. Ooh, just knocked my microphone. It is like a pretty traditional ballad, I would say. Like I don't think like instrumentally or musically like it's anything. I hate to say it's not anything new, but I think it is like a pretty traditional ballad. I do think it really suits Emmy's voice and like she sings it beautifully. But I don't know. I kind of like for that reason I'm like maybe we have our we seem to have B as a ballad tier, so maybe that's where this one will end up as well.
I'm biased towards this song. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it fits the series really well. And out of GL OSTs from this year, it's by far my favorite. That
Yeah.
might be controversial to say, but I'm gonna stand by
I
that.
If I'm thinking of GL OSTs from this year, like this is the only one that comes to mind, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't think many of the other ones were super, not to say they weren't memorable, but I think this one kind of stands out from the other GL OSTs that we've had in 2025 at least.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Go ahead.
As,
Sorry.
like, I'm a little bit torn here because I'm less like we want GL to like pop off. And obviously it is popping off. But as like I don't know, ballads, like while I find ballads that I really like and stuff, that it's not usually what captures me. So to me it wouldn't have stood out properly if I heard it anywhere. And I wouldn't have remembered who it was from, even though like Emmy's voice is beautiful, like the way she hits the notes and everything, like it's pure. But yeah, for me, I would put it at a C tier because it
Okay.
doesn't stand out.
Okay.
Mm.
I would disagree. I would say A tier.
Mm.
Wow.
Any other thoughts? Any visceral reactions?
I don't think I really feel strongly about this song. With a lot of GMMTV's songs, and is that it's very one the whole time.
Mm.
And that's kind of how I feel about just like that part of the song. we listen to.
Mm,
So in that sense, I guess it doesn't really stick out to me either, but like I don't feel strongly about where it's placed.
Alexa?
I like the song. I really liked Us. That's like one of my favorite GL series that I've watched this year. Um, and so like I think, having the connection to the show and like connecting the song to the show, I would put it above C tier. I think I would put it in B tier for me personally.
Okay. I'm willing to compromise for B tier. I feel like we can't, I just feel like considering the cultural impact it had, I feel like we also just cannot put it in C tier. Because like
Fair.
there were people who were not in the BL/GL spaces who are making videos with this song. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it
it hit the mainstream for sure.
okay. What's our consensus? Should we vote?
I'm okay
fine
with B tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, B's fine.
Compromise.
Compromise. Okay. There we go. Next up, oh boy. I don't remember what the song is called, but it's Perth and Santa's OST from Perfect 10 Liners. So this song on the forum list was highly requested. Oh, it's called No One Else. I apologize to everybody for getting that wrong. So now that we've all made ourselves familiar with the song, and I got the title right, which is No One Else, where do we feel? I have a controversial opinion about this song. So
I did not feel super strongly about what I heard. I think for me, like I need a song like when I get attached to an OST, like it either needs to be like a ballad because like I really get attached to ballads or something like free fall that like really like hooks you in. It's like it depends, but like the kind of like mid-tempo duet that we get from so many BL series just like does not really do anything for me. And I also like have not watched Perfect Headliner, so I don't know if I can't really speak to the connection to the show and like their arc in the show and things like that. But for me, this is not one that I personally wouldn't rank it super highly.
Yeah. I loved Perfect Ten Liners. I loved that show. And I loved their storyline and their pairing, Perth and Santa. But this song really I don't want, this isn't said in a negative way, but I would call it a little bit basic. It's a good song, but it's not a great song. And
yeah,
I
that's
feel
kind
like
of my
there's
controversial thought.
yeah, there's more of a connection to the pairing than the actual song. So I would listen to this because I like the people that are singing it, not because the song is good.
I agree. I feel like sometimes Kayla was talking about this a little bit earlier. GMMTV soundtracks sometimes have very similar like the methodology of how they build them, right? And to me, this song, I felt like, even though it's different, and I definitely listened to it, you know what I mean? But to me, it felt like, an OST. It could have been an OST from We Are. It could have been an OST from, pick a ensemble BL. That's to me, it feels like, don't get me wrong, I like their storyline, I like them, but I just feel like it doesn't necessarily, it's not very unique to me, I guess.
No, I do think that a lot of the duets that come out of like the GMMTV BLs kind of tend to have this almost exact same vibe. Like this is when they're doing like a duet OST from a pairing, like it's often gonna sound like this. Whereas I think some of the ones that are more ballady, focusing on like a vocalist like William or something that's more upbeat like Let's Try, just has something that makes it stand out a little bit more and makes it sound different from the like conglomerate of GMMTV OSTs as a whole. So I think this one kind of just falls into like it sounds like a lot of the other songs that they put out, and it's not something that I'm super attached to. So I personally would be okay putting this one in D tier.
Okay. Kayla, what about you?
I agree because I don't think their voices are blended well at all.
Like from a production
I
standpoint.
Their voices are like the harmony, there is no harmony. And like I've heard them sing together like live and they sounded good, but something about the production of this song, they just like didn't blend their voices together well. It's almost like it's like they're singing different songs in a
Yeah.
way. Like it doesn't sound like they're in the song together.
And
Yeah,
what's so odd? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this song kind of feels like they just made a song for a show without taking in consideration who is gonna sing it. Like there was just made a song and they made
Oh.
them sing it. It's not like it's not made for them.
Like maybe it's just like a GMMTV has like
Generic
a bunch of songs that they just got ready to go.
library where they got all the songs.
What's weird is both of them can hold a tune. So it's
Yeah,
not like they're not
absolutely.
good.
They're both
You know-
performers within like Santa is in Jasper and Perth also like is part of the Riser music with
Yeah.
GMMTV. So like they both
Yeah.
do music well, but like I just don't think this song is a good showing of either of their musicality.
Yeah. And I also feel like in the show, if we were to look at all the OSTs from Perfect 10 Liners, they're very much all very similar, even though the ships and storylines are very different. So yeah, I would agree
feel
with
like
D.
people just connect to this song because they are like a ship now, like that, because of the show, like they are a ship. That's why you're connecting to the song. But if you look at it just from the song without the show, it doesn't work. I would also hazard to say that I would put this in D tier.
Okay. So wow, we're unanimous.
And yeah, like yeah, I was just, I mean, we already kind of made the disclaimer that this is just like a personal opinion because I know like putting something in D tier has like a connotation, but like Pixie said, these are all good OSTs, like that people selected them for a reason, but it's just like of what we have up here, this one's kind of just like the most generic, I would say. So
Like
shout
I
out to
wouldn't
Burst
put
Santa though. Like
this.
they are both great musicians.
Yeah, I wouldn't put this in a list where you were going over the worst OSTs
God, no.
out there.
Sure. No, and if that was a tier list, which would be very controversial, maybe that should be my next tier list. I think it wouldn't have a place on there because also their performance, despite the fact that I agree it's not very blended well, which is a problem Riser has. Let's be real, Riser
From
does
a
struggle with
production side
blending.
of things, yeah.
But it's like they hold a tune. It sounds like okay.
They're good singers.
So I think I agree with D. So, but please know this is not an insult to Perth or Santa.
No, love them.
So that, I mean, that's, we said we wanted to have at least one song in D tier, so that does satisfy that criteria.
At least one.
But who
That's
knows
true.
if something else will end up there.
That's true. So next up is No Status from Gel Boys.
Ugh. It has to be A tier. Has to be. This song has not left my most played songs since it came out.
I think everything about Gel Boys is so iconic, and the OST is part of that. Like, the theming of everything about this show is just tied together so well, and the music plays into everything so well. Like, Bus as a group was such a good choice for this main OST because they are so trendy right now with like the modern like teens and young adults in Thailand. Like the aesthetic of the music video fits into all of the fashion and aesthetic that was used within Gel Boys, and it's such a fun song. Like I love this song. I would agree that it's got to be A tier.
I agree. Now, this is something that is so funny to me. Just ironic that I want to mention because in the show they're always aren't they always talking about like proxy? But the OST song by Bus, which I just think is so ironic because it's like, wouldn't you think they'd want the writers to find, because Bus has so many members. I'm sure they could have found a member of Bus that looked like, oh my God, what's his name? New.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's so funny.
Anyways, that's just something that I think is a little ironic because I was always like, wait, Proxy are actually like guest starring in this, but Bus is singing the OST. But this song, yeah, it's so good, and like I feel like it actually fits the like not only the aesthetic of the show, but like the concept of the show so well, which is being like chronically online teenage mess in a good way.
The teenage situationship, the no status.
Yes, and so I would argue
You
A
want
or
to say
S
S
tier.
tier? Ooh.
You know, personally, for me, I think if this were different circumstances, it would be S tier. But there is one song on this list that I need to be an S tier, so I'm afraid of anything else filling it up.
Not getting it there.
Yeah.
I'm also afraid because there's a song on here that I feel very passionate about too. But I feel like, I don't know, it has to go in A at least, I feel.
I think it easily goes in A tier, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
It's so good.
It's S tier in my heart.
I mean,
I
hard
guess
about limiting your S tier options because there are a lot of S tier quality songs on this list, but like you gotta choose at some point.
It's true. And it's also probably good we did 3 S tiers and not 4 because then technically we would have been able to be like, oh, this is your S tier, this is our S tier, whatever.
I thought about that and then I was like, no, we gotta make it a little bit harder.
Yeah. You're my only one. So next up is I think the English title is Only One from Your Sky.
This song goes triple platinum in my brain every single day. Like, I think this song will be on my Spotify, like at the top of my Spotify rap this year, because especially in the first half of the year, probably listen to it three times a day. Like, I love this song so much. It is so fun.
So for me with this song, you know how I was talking about free fall, feeling like you're like going down a highway, whatever. Okay, when I listen to this song, I suddenly feel like I am not depressed anymore and everything is going to be okay.
Literally.
And the sun is shining even if it's not, and everything is right in the world.
It's one of those songs that I would put on like if I'm having just like a really shitty day at work and I feel like I want to throw myself off a building, I will put this song on repeat, blasting it in my headphones, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I can stay alive again.
Yeah. And I also think, feel free to jump in if you guys disagree. I also feel like it connects to the sheer optimism of the series because I think Rak as a character is such like a light. He is like such a positive light to his friends and to his love interest. And so I think it's such like I don't know, it fits the show so well because like for a song to be this bubbly, this upbeat, this happy, what if it was connected to something that was like really sad? We would all be like, no, that's weird.
This song is for your sky. Like it is for your sky. It feels like it
could not fit it.
Yeah.
Anything else. I mean, so like if they put this on Khemjira's soundtrack, I'd be like, what the hell were they thinking?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love this song, but I'm biased.
Yeah.
This is one
I don't have a lot of thoughts about it, honestly. I don't have a lot of thoughts about Your Sky in general, even though I did finish it. But yeah.
At first, I was going to say A or B, but I like it way more than everything in B. So I think for me, it's an A. Like, this is a good song.
This is one that I would say is A. Yeah, I would say S tier in my heart for the purposes of this tier maker. I'm going to put it in A.
If I was being totally biased, it would be S tier, but we can be objective. Also, the dance is so freaking catchy.
It is.
Okay. Next up is Rain Wedding, which would have been a pick of mine, but it was listed many times.
Oh man. Okay, here's the thing. I personally like this song better than the other Jeff OST that is on this list, but I think the other Jeff OST that is on this list is like the Jeff OST, so I do take that into consideration. But this is one of like we watched Paradise of Thorn a month or two ago for review
Mm.
on our Patreon, and I have had this song like I listen. It's another one where it's like only one. Like I listen to the song at least once a day. I think still like it's just like I have such a visual reaction to the song because I tie it so closely with the movie and my feelings about the movie. And so for me, that's the mark of a good song. Like if the song makes me feel the same emotions that the show or the movie did, then like I think it's doing its job as an OST.
Mm.
And like Jeff is just such an incredible musician. Like he doesn't have the
Mhm.
capability of releasing a bad song, I
Nope.
think. I don't think that's in his repertoire. So for me, this is like a high up there, but I can, if it gets to that point, I could like concede with it being in like A or B tier.
Mhm. I am very biased here. I have been a Jeff girly since Jeff was a thing. I love Jeff, and I will love everything he puts out there because he has the most amazing voice, and he just has like this understanding of singing and his own music because he's so involved in it that everything is just good. Like I don't feel like he would put out something that was bad.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
I'm just biased.
I'm biased too. I freaking love this song. It's it I think I got like I don't know if y'all know what Airbuds is, but I
Mhm.
think I had got like you are in the top 1% of listeners of this song at one point.
Same.
And so this my dog is probably tired of listening to this. So I would say because also like if we're talking about how it relates to the movie,
Ugh.
it just it's a perfect encapsulation of the sorrow
Mhm.
of their circumstances and the circumstances in which he finds himself in after everything falls apart with Sek. Is that his name?
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and so, oh my god, I'd honestly argue for S tier.
Ooh. So I see, I personally would say the same thing, but I think when we get to spoiler alert, why don't you stay? Like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I when I listen to this song, I feel the same visceral emotion that I do when I listen to Plumeria because like it just
Mm,
feels so impactful relating to the media that it's attached to. So I personally would probably put it in S tier, but I know we only have two S tier slots left, so I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm feeling conflicted.
I'm worried we're gonna get to the end and we're only gonna have one S tier. Well, then we could revisit. We could revisit.
Mhm.
I feel like it's definitely we all could agree. Kayla, what do you think? A?
A uh this is hard because I personally like Why Don't You Stay way
Mm-hmm.
more than this
Mm-hmm.
song.
Ooh.
So I'm trying to think like where we would rank that song.
Mhm.
Um
Do we do them one after the other? Do we do them both right now and try
honestly,
and figure it out?
honestly,
Let's do both.
yes, yes. I
I,
could see them honestly both being an A. But
mhm.
if it was my list, I can't put the Paradise of Thorns one over Why Don't You Stay.
Yeah.
But
I
I
see. Mhm.
agree. I agree that I would have like if it was a different list, I would be struggling more. But I cannot put the Paradise of Thorns songs in the same as "I Trust You," "Last Twilight Mantra," and more than
Oh
I
God,
think
no.
it's a
Mhm.
better
I think we're
song.
arguing between A or S right now with both of
Yeah.
these songs. I think, and like I don't know, maybe it's just KinnPorsche music is so iconic that this is
Mhm.
why I was like, I feel like from an iconic standpoint, like Why Don't You Stay has that like staying power. And I do
Mhm.
still have like a visceral reaction when I hear that song, but I think it's more because of Jeff's voice and how it's
Mhm.
utilized in Why Don't You Stay
Mhm.
versus like me connecting the music of the song to the media. And maybe that's just because I'm less emotionally attached to Kim Porsche at this point. Um
I mean,
and Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna look at the quality of the song, I would say "Why Don't You Stay" would be S tier. But if you're gonna look at what fits the series movies the best, it would be uh, Rain Wedding. What
Rain
is that
Wedding.
the name?
Mm-hmm.
Like I keep
Hmm.
forgetting the names of things. Yeah.
See, I had kind of already come into this assuming that people would want to put "Why Don't You Stay" in S tier because it is "Why Don't You Stay." And so I was ready to like put my personal feelings aside on that. Like I said, I still enjoy the OST. If it was me personally and we were putting one of them in S tier and one of them in A tier, I would put Rain Wedding in S tier and Why Don't You Stay in A tier.
You know, I feel like I knew going into this we would have a Jeff song in S tier. Like
Yeah.
that was inevitable to me.
Yeah.
Jeff being an S tier feels like fate.
It's the only
Mhm.
option. At least one Jeff
Mhm.
has. And there's another Jeff OST on this
Yeah.
list, I'm
Should
pretty
we
There
start
is.
considering that too?
all of the Jeff OSTs that we
So
have.
Actually, this was Pixie's pick. Do you want to talk a bit
yeah.
about it? It's called Comedy.
Yeah, comedy by Jeff Satter. It's from He, She, It, and for me, like comedy was one like it was so iconic back in the day when it landed, and it gave me such a visceral reaction at the end of He, She, It. That it just the song was stuck in my mind from the first time I heard it, and it was what made me obsessed with Jeff.
Mhm.
Not that I would say like comedy is the best ever song that he's written or made.
You have the
Definitely not,
personal
because he's
attachment.
grown a lot since then.
Mhm.
And even if you listen to like his first recording of comedy, you can also listen to his vocals have gotten a lot better.
Mhm.
But I just it's such an like iconic thing. Like it started something, and I just
Mhm.
can't let it go. And I'm
Mhm.
still obsessed, even though like I heard it when He, She, It came out, and that's
Mhm.
how many years ago now.
A
How
long
do you
time.
feel about it compared to Why Don't You Stay and Rain Wedding?
Like I wouldn't put them in like put it in S tier.
Hmm.
Because like I said, like the he it was like one of his first songs out there. He had a lot, he's grown a lot since then. Um and the only reason like why I love it so much still is just a lot with nostalgia.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But still it's a great song, even though like
Mm.
so I personally like I love it. Like in my heart it's S tier. But I would put it in B if we're gonna be like
Mhm.
comparing the songs.
Mhm. Mhm.
I feel
Ye-
comfortable with B2.
Yeah. I think comedy is like you said, it is like one of Jeff's first things. Like I think it really like set Jeff on the path of like musician and actor. But I think
Mhm.
one, just because it's older, like from a production standpoint, like it's not going to be as strong as the other two. And then like
Yeah.
you said, like he's really really honed his vocals in
Yeah.
since he was obviously younger, so like his voice has
Mhm.
grown and changed since then. And I just think like the other two songs are more like connected to the shows, I guess. Like
Mhm.
I would listen to
Mm.
comedy more as like like I don't know. I honestly forget that it's an OST for He She It, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think it's like the other two shows are more connected to their pieces of media for
Yeah.
me.
I
So I
would
could put him in B.
Yeah, I would argue that comedy is more in tune. Like the text isn't like very in tune to the show, but the feeling
The
of it is
vibe.
very in tune
Yeah.
to the vibe,
Mm.
with the feelings of the show. Yeah, but yeah,
Mm.
B probably.
So
That's
are
fine.
we
I don't care.
okay? We'll go with B. So now we got to make a hard decision.
Uh,
Like okay, we've been putting the like scoring these shows based on how they connect to the shows and or movies they were in. So I feel like how Alexa was saying that Rain Wedding is more in tune to the movie than Why Don't You Stay. So I think Rain Wedding should be S tier.
Okay. Any other thoughts? I'm just making sure.
I would put it in S tier, but that's yeah, like I said. When I'm looking at the rest of this list, like for me personally, like this is the only other song that I personally would put in S tier from what we have remaining. And so I feel pretty strongly about having it there, but I would be okay with A tier as well.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So next up is Destined from Tempo, which is the what is played during the theme opening during most of the show, except for like 2 episodes.
That part.
Yeah. I like it better than 5 centimeters, at least.
Same.
Yeah, I think, and maybe it's because it is like the opening of the show, like the opening OST. I do connect it more strongly with the show than I do 5 centimeters. I think it feels a little bit more, it stands out a little bit more to me than 5 centimeters. And I also think like Tui has such an underrated voice. Like I really love his voice as well. Like obviously we know William is a great vocalist and great belter and balladist, but I think Tui also has such a pretty voice, and I think it's utilized really well on this song. So I could agree with putting it above 5 centimeters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would put it in B tier probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, that was easy. Next up is a song I believe is called Truth in the Eyes from We Are. Does anyone have any very strong thoughts? Because I actually have very strong opinions about this song.
I actually like this song. Like I do think it kind of falls into what we were saying before with like the GMMTV BL duets, but I really like how both Pan and Puin's voices are utilized on the song, and I really like the instrumental. Like I don't know, the instrumental just scratches an itch in my brain. It's very funky. I like that they both have like kind of lower toned voices, which makes it stand out a little bit. And I think this song utilizes their tones better than like the Per Santa song utilized theirs. So while I can obviously say that I don't think it's gonna be at the top of our list, I at least at the very least for me it's above the Perth Santa OST, and this is one that I actually like listen to and come back to from the We Are soundtrack. So I like it. I can recognize that it's not like the best or most unique OST or strongest OST that we have on this list though.
I totally agree. My I do like the We Are OSTs, don't get me wrong. But if we're like comparing it to how I feel about like Mantra, or you know what I mean, like Why Don't You Stay, or I I struggle with this song that way. So I would
Yeah.
agree at C tier. There's something with the I don't know, there's just something about it. Like I like it, but there's something about it that also I'm like, maybe it's the sound mixing
Mm,
that I'm not a big fan of. But I do like the little like twinkle, I guess, is
yeah.
that it has.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because I'd say like all of the We Are soundtracks do kind of have a little like very unique noise that happens during them,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is interesting. Because like Jokester also comes to mind with that. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
which I was surprised no one submitted that. But
I was trying not to be
anyways,
too personally biased with my submissions. So I, the songs that I really would have submitted were already submitted, which was like
right.
Cocktail and Rain Wedding. And then I was trying to like, when I was doing my personal submissions, try to choose like more varied, I guess, than just like my own
Mm,
personal feelings. Cause I obviously have like a lot of sentimental attachment to Uboom songs.
yeah, yeah.
So I didn't submit Jokester, although I do fucking love that song. Um, but yeah, I can pretty comfortably put this song in C tier. Like that would be fine for me. I think that that fits it the best.
I agree. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of thoughts about this song. I think like it's okay. It's okay. I, it doesn't bring me like any shots of joy or recognition in that way, and it's not bad. It's just it's okay.
Yeah. See.
Okay, see it is. All right, next is, I think it's called Until We Meet Again, actually, from Until We Meet Again.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need a refresher? Because the song is a little older.
Oh yeah, none of us need a refresher.
Okay,
for this
I just was
one.
double checking.
Unless you need a refresher.
Nope.
Dude, we are like OG Until We Meet Again. Fangirl is like we've talked a lot on the podcast about how much we love that show. So
I love this song.
Me too. A lot.
I-
A tier love.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about iconic musicians, Boy Some Pop has done more for the BL OST community than like anyone else. Like he carried the BL OST community on his back for like the first 5 years
100%.
that BL existed, and his voice is so unique and so like I don't know, like he just like you hear a song, you know, like that's Boy Some Pop. And I think in terms of like his OSTs, like his Until We Meet Again ones, I think he did two, at least two for that show.
Yeah.
But I think his Until We Meet Again soundtracks are some of his most iconic. And I would put this song in A tier. I think it deserves to be up there for Boy Song Pop, for, you know, I mean the song is called Until We Meet Again. And it has such a strong connection to the show and the characters and the theming of that show with the red string of fate and the soulmateism and the reincarnation. So I think it fits in A tier.
At least, yes.
So are we all in agreement A tier?
I think so.
Okay. A tier. That was easy. Next is Am I in Love from Shine.
I listened to it today. Was the first time no, not the first time. I listened to it when it first dropped, and then I listened to it again today because I had only listened to it once. But I think I don't have any real connection to the show, or not the show, the song. But I feel like this is the one that Kayla feels really strongly about.
No.
Oh, it's
I'm
not.
okay with wherever. Honestly, I put this in to promo the song and the soundtrack because I talk about like theming the song soundtrack to the show. Like all of the music is 60s inspired, even down to like the visuals, the music video is 60s inspired.
Yeah.
And the way that like this song, for example, is incorporated in the show is like it's done perfectly. Like for me, this one is A or B tier in my mind, but I'm fine with wherever you want to put it.
I agree, the theming. Also, it's a good song. It's a good song.
It's so fun.
I'd say honestly, if I'm comparing it in my mind to what we've ranked so far, I'd say it belongs on B.
B. I'm thinking B.
Yeah.
I agree. Like the song fits the show so well, and it's really good. But compared to everything else, like it's a B tier.
Okay. Wow, that was also easy. Oh, I can't remember the this is from Theory of Love. What's the title?
False
Fake
protagonist.
Fake,
Something like that. Fake false
protagonist. It's Getsunova.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, okay, listen. This is on my list. I sincerely freaking love this song. And not necessarily, like, I loved Theory of Love, okay? But it's not necessarily because of Theory of Love that I love this song. Like, this is such an iconic song in that it's so good that most people won't even connect it to Theory of Love because it's just become part of the normal Thai music scene. Even the English song is like, it's so good. But if we're gonna compare it to like how it fits into the show, that could be a discussion. But I just, it's just like undeniably just a good song.
I
love
I
this
definitely think it
song.
fits into the
Yeah.
show though. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We all just
No, I was
tried
just
talking
gonna
about
say I love this song,
Mhm.
but there's another one I want in S tier, so I can't put it in S tier.
I feel like this song is pretty good. I also think that sometimes titles are funky. I think this one they did really good for like the concept of theory of love too. It kind of fits in perfectly like with what the heck is going on in that show. And there's a lot
Mhm.
that's going on in that show.
Mhm.
I would argue A or B.
Yeah.
Mm. Musically, this isn't my favorite OST. Like I think it connects with the show really well. I do think like I think Getsunova is like a really iconic artist and I do like the music, but this is just like not, I don't know, something about the song musically is not my favorite. So I would put it probably in B tier.
I would argue A, but yeah, like in my heart it's an S, but I will concede to go down.
Yeah, it's an S in my heart too, but I really
I
love the
think putting
like
it
rock
down in B
vibes.
tier with the other things that we put in B tier, it doesn't do it justice.
Ooh,
So there's songs in
interesting.
B tier that I like a lot more than this song.
Me too.
So
Oh
I feel
man.
like me and Brinley are on the same page musically, and Pixie and Kayla are more on the same page musically. So
Hey,
it's
that's
making for
perfect.
some interesting.
Like
That's
I
so
said,
funny.
I was this my list, it would be an S tier.
Yeah.
Sure. Kayla, did you say where you think it belongs?
Mm. Man, this is the first one where I'm like, I really don't know if it should be A or B. Uh, I'm trying to compare it to I mean, if I was just doing it, it would be an A, but uh, I think I'm okay with B because there are a lot of songs in A that I like way more than it, even though I love that song.
Okay, so Pixie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, again, no, that's fine.
I'm so sorry. Hey, listen, we can all admit though, it's a good song.
I love that song. Ugh.
It also feels very nostalgic
Hmm.
too. Because of
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Okay. Next is I think the song is literally called My Oxygen, which is from the same name, I think, as the
Oxygen
title.
from
Yeah.
Oxygen,
Oxygen.
the series.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen.
Let's hear
Okay,
it.
this is just okay. I put it on there because this is just like a comfort song for me. I don't know,
Okay.
like Oxygen isn't like even my top tier show. Because there's a lot of stuff that I would have cut out of that show. But I just love this song. It's so comfortable and Supanat is so, I don't know, I love how soft his voice is. And I still love that song even. Like it's one of the first songs that came into my head when we were talking about doing this. So
Ooh.
I just listened to this song. I this song I personally would say B because I have like that same like emotional attachment to it, but I can acknowledge that it's not like the most dynamic song ever. Like I know that I listen to it because I like Nut.
Yeah. I personally, when I was thinking about this song, I much prefer his live performance of it over the recorded like soundtrack. And maybe that's because, like you were saying, Kayla, like I think just the regular recording is a little bit, it can be a little bit one note.
Mm,
And I think like with a live performance, he was able to make it a little bit more dynamic.
mhm.
And I do think there's like nostalgia tied to this song to some extent. But I don't know. For me personally, thinking about like the soundtrack, the recorded soundtrack, and like the music and stuff like that, the production of it, I would put it in, I would say B or C for me personally.
Yeah, I would say B or C.
Mm.
I feel like maybe it's I don't like the production on it.
Hmm.
I do like Nut's voice a lot. But I
The
think
song fits into the show really well as well. Just saying. No,
where are we feeling?
I can agree that it's like when we compare it to everything else, it's not like the best song. It's just one of those like personal, just like I feel
Mm,
comfort listening to
Hmm.
that song.
Hmm.
okay, so what are we thinking?
Hmm.
If I'm really being like thinking about it, I would probably say C for me, but I'm fine putting it in B if that's where like the majority lies with it.
Okay, listen. I am fine with putting it in C because it doesn't devalue what it means to me.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
That's
Yeah.
true. And that doesn't mean
Absolutely.
we don't like the song.
I
That
can
just
be
means
objective compared to everything
Yeah.
else. I can be objective,
okay,
but
okay.
yes,
For those who haven't heard it, they should all go listen,
they should
right?
go listen to
I
it.
I personally would recommend, there is a live performance that Supernut did that I think does his vocals in the song a lot better justice than like the recorded version. But that's
Mm.
just my feelings about it. I really like his live performance of it.
If you send that to me, I will link it below
Yeah,
for
I can
those
send it to you.
interested. Okay. Okay, so see, well listen, hey, it made it to the creme de la creme ranking.
Creme de
So
la creme.
It's funny.
next up is My Cutie Pie from Cutie Pie.
Oh.
You know what's funny? I forgot that this song was called My Cutie Pie. I always felt like it was called something else. I don't know why.
I think this song is a lot of fun. I think it's very like catchy. Like I think it's similar to, I personally wouldn't say it's on the same level as Only One, but I think like the way it fits like the feeling of the show is kind of similar, and like that like catchy, like kind of bubbly, like Nanu's voice is very like, I don't know, it fits the feeling of the show very well. But I think for me, I don't know if it's my favorite Cutie Pie OST, and it's definitely not my favorite thing that Nanu has released. I would probably lean towards B for it for me personally.
It was really hard for me to choose to put this one, to suggest this one or the Love is Love one, because I
Mm-hmm.
think I like Love is Love more, but I put this one because I thought it was more iconic, so it had a better
Yeah,
chance.
more representative of the
um
show. Yeah.
uh this is S tier in my heart for obvious reasons, but for me it's A. If we were doing this list, it's A for me.
I can agree with A. I don't think it's lower than B.
Yeah,
I
I don't think it's lower than B.
Mhm.
my only argument with it, well, my only argument about this song has to do with the characterization of his character in Cutie Pie. So that's irrelevant. um I like this song a lot though. It's happy, but I listen to ballads and then overly happy music. So
Hmm.
Mm.
I'm biased. Pixie, do you have thoughts?
Yeah, I love Cutie Pie and I love Nanu's voice. And just for that, I would always rank his songs high. But I think like compared to everything else and how we put everything, I would agree that it fits the A tier the best. Yeah.
Okay. So, wow. Okay. A tier it is. I think
Yeah.
that's the majority, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Next. Oh, we have two left. Wow. Okay. Next is Speed
Kayla
of
wants this to
Love.
be an S tier. Kayla wants this to be an S tier.
No.
This
No.
is not. Oh, between this and this, you want Skyline to be an S tier over Speed of Love?
Skyline has to be an S tier.
Mm.
Skyline is like the most monumental song. Like, if
Let's
you
talk about
heard
Skyline
the song
first.
Skyline,
Okay.
if you've heard the song Skyline, then you agree. You
Yeah.
agree. Skyline is just like, it's amazing. And I love the songs that like mix the Thai and Chinese culture, like in the instrumentals, like the songs that sound like culturally Chinese. So that's another reason why I love it. And then like Bilkin's voice is just like out of this world. Like this is a song where I listen to and I cry. The first time I heard it, I cried because I was like, this song's amazing.
I feel like, to me, I Told Sunset About You, like OSTs, it would be impossible for me if like you gave me a list of them to like try to rank them, because I feel like it's just like hit after hit after hit. To me. But so I can agree with S tier. I think it's such a powerful song, and it's so deeply connected to what is going on in that show. So I agree.
I don't have the same personal connection, I think, to I Told Sunset About You. But yeah, I can agree that Bilkin as like an artist, and I do agree that the OST is like super, super iconic. So I think if we're looking at like considering some of the other shows, the other songs that we put in S tier and like the level of iconic status that they have, I can see why we would put it in S tier.
Pixie?
It's not an S tier for me personally, but I can concede with all of your thoughts around it, and I know Kayla feels so strongly about this one.
I did not
that
realize Kayla felt this strongly about this song.
No, I didn't either. I'm so
It's because
surprised.
I don't really feel strongly about the series itself.
No,
but like the
none of us
song
do.
stands out to me so much. Like it stands out so much.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with putting it in S tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Pixie. It's not my personal S tier, but for the sake of all the factors we're considering, I can agree that it's an S tier song, I think.
Okay. Well, that's our third S tier.
I feel like that's...
I'm surprised because I need like people to comment and say where they think that song should be, because I'm like shocked that like everyone isn't in consensus that it's S tier.
It's not a song. I've honestly not listened to it a lot. Like I've obviously heard it, but it's not a song that I've like gone back to and listened to like a lot. Like I have some of the other songs on this list.
No, but it's just not the type of music that I normally listen to. Like if you like Fake Protagonist, that kind of music, Let's Try, that kind of music is the general vibe of my playlists. So this wouldn't like be normally one I would listen to often. So
I feel like something else would be interesting to see is, do people listen to this song because of I Told Sunset About You, or is it because of Bilkin? That would also be an interesting question too.
Yeah. And that's part of, I think I haven't necessarily thought the song out a lot because like I don't have a huge connection to Itsei. And so like it's not one that I go back to. And that's just the way I personally listen to music. Like I think if I'm thinking specifically about OSTs, like I'm seeking out OSTs from songs that I have from shows that I have a connection to. So it's just not a song that's been like heavy in my rotation of music ever. But if I'm taking myself out of the equation and looking at the song and looking at the series and looking at Bilkin, then like yeah, it deserves to be up there. It's kind of like the songs that ended up in S tier are kind of what I expected. Like I knew Free Fall was going to be in there. I knew a Jeff song was going to be in there, and Skyline is one of the ones I figured would be in that competition as well. But we still have to do Speed of Love before we get our final ranking. So
that is true. Let us hear what are the thoughts. So the next up is Speed of Love from Pit Babe, season 1,
Mhm.
right? Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a banger. I'll say that.
Yeah,
It's
it
an absolute
is.
banger.
It's
It's a fun
that's
song.
more my type of music. I love it.
Yeah.
It's something I could listen to without necessarily connecting it to the show. But it fits the show.
I like it better than Level Up, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
100%.
S tier in my mind, but I would be okay with B. I
Mm,
think I'm sitting at B.
Yeah. I would land on A tier just for
okay.
my personal preference.
Hmm.
I just feel my personal preference, I can't rank it above Emmy's OST. But I like that's my personal bias. Like I enjoy, but I'm like ballads, so
Yeah. I would probably say, mm, I would say B tier probably for me as well.
Okay. So what's the majority?
B.
I think
B.
B.
Okay. Wow. That
Wow.
actually was easier than I thought it would be. Good job, everybody. So our
Ooh.
3 S tier, Slot Machine, I'm
Freefall.
reading Freefall,
Free fall.
Rain Wedding, and Skyline. Okay. I wonder how everyone is going to feel about that. Any
I
final
do
thoughts?
I think our most controversial take here was putting Last Twilight in B tier. I think people are gonna have really strong feelings about that being down in B tier. Um, that's I think looking at our list as a whole, I think that'll be the most controversial decision. It is not even that low on the list, like it's just in B tier. But I just know
Yeah.
how the fandom feels about Last Twilight, and I think that's our controversial pick of the episode, if you can call it controversial.
I think that is a controversial pick of ours. I also think what we put in D tier will be very controversial
Mm.
with my community. That's my theory.
Interesting.
But who knows?
I'm still triggered that Let's Try is in A tier and S tier. I can't do that.
Listen, I think all
Listen,
of our
Let's Try
personal
so
S tiers
good.
would be a little different.
Mhm.
So yeah, they would. If you guys are willing, if you want to do this tier list after we're offline, do it with your personal bias, and then I'll include it at the end so everyone can see where we
Mhm.
would rank our things if we were doing it just by ourselves too. So
That would be
if you guys
fun.
want to
Yeah.
do that.
Keeping
can
the
do
same
that.
criteria, that only three S tier options.
Yes. Yes. And
That
I'll
would be
label
fun.
them. So everybody knows
Who to
who put
attack? No.
Yeah. Kidding, please do not
Get 'em.
attack anyone involved. Okay, well, this is great. So thank you so much to my wonderful friends from Lovecast for joining me in this S tier
Yeah.
adventure. I think if I was to rank this video, I would put it in S tier because I had fun.
There is no other
Same.
option.
Same. Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so everyone make sure to go give them a follow and don't forget to give a music emoji down below or let me know what you would have put in your S tier. What are your 3 that you would put in S tier? I will also link the tier list maker, which you can go do yourself in my description. So feel free to tag us in your own rankings as well. Okay, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.